fun, but we still had a good time, I think.
I think we did.
Rick and I did, at least. Rick Allen, everybody from Def Leppard.
Cool, man.
I don't think we'll see another Def Leppard cruise ever again. Do you think, Rick?
I hope not.
But you come on this one all the time, so you have a good time. You have a good time, right?
I do. I think that Def Leppard cruise, we were just really, it was just really unfortunate with the weather, and then of course with the,
Joe's.
Yeah.
Joe, yeah, but
Joe,
now
poor
that's
Joe.
all behind you. I'd love to see another one myself. I think the fans would too. I think it would be
Come
awesome
on,
if you
though.
did. I do.
No, but I think the whole, Jimmy Bain passing as well.
Yes, of course.
That was it was
But
massive.
those are all horrible circumstances which we've never seen before on a ship. So hopefully that's nothing that would happen again.
And I've never experienced anything like it in my life, since then, which is why I come out and do these cruises,
Yeah. Well, you're on the cruise. Brian and I were talking earlier, the same thing. He was telling the story of his art and with Wentworth and how it was inspired by him seeing you do it through Wentworth. And
Cool.
you guys are both on here doing your paintings. What are some of your latest pieces, Rick?
Obviously, the whole industry was devastated when Charlie Watts died.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a no-brainer. I just really wanted to honor him and just for people to know. I actually called it St. Charlie. And I just wanted people to know that without the likes of Charlie Watts, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today.
Did you know him?
I met him a few times, really sweet guy.
Yeah.
Very comfortable in his own skin, always very complimentary, and he just seemed content.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
You had told me when you sat down that you just came back from England with the guys, the Def Leppard guys getting together. Anything you can share with us as far as what you're working on? We know the tour's coming, but...
The tour's coming, and I encourage everybody to get out there, but... No, we just needed to get together. I haven't seen the guys in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Short of technology or whatever, but we just need to get together and just come up with a plan.
So, have you guys discussed new music?
We're always busy with new music. That's a given. And I think in this day and age with the technology, it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
Send files to one another. But we've been busy. I think if people are patient, they'll see the fruits of our labor.
And you mentioned while we were in the break as well that the tour is happening. The long-awaited stadium tour is a go.
For sure. I think hopefully, I know it's great.
Finally, people have been holding tickets like 3 years at this point.
I think now we're getting to the point where people can be safe. People can be safe enough. I think the way concerts are being run these days, there's no reason why we can't go forward. But it's a moving target. So let's just hope we're on track.
The first date's supposed to be when exactly? June, I think.
I think Atlanta in June.
So I would think now we're already mid-February. Have you guys? Well, you probably already planned it out twice, right? When it got called off, as far as what you're going to do, staging, how it's all going to work. So is that just everything stays the same until you're ready to roll it, or
we basically just superimposed everything that we've done, all the hard work that we've done to the next year, and this is 2 postponements and third year. So let's hope 3's a charm.
Yeah. One of the recent Def Leppard things that have come out that I absolutely love, because I love the early records so much, but there was a box set of the early years, which was the On Through the Night, High and Dry, and then you're looking at me like you don't know about this. Did you know about it?
No, I know exactly.
Oh, okay. And that, because there's sometimes I've done this and the artist's like, I don't know about that. And then, of course, the live stuff on there. When you go back and listen to that, especially that live recording that's on there, I mean, you're like 16, 17 on some of that stuff, aren't you?
I'm totally full of beans. I mean, trying to emulate that stuff these days is really challenging. But, some of the Vegas runs that we've done, we actually did some of that early material, and it was pretty,
Def Leppard.
Yeah, pretty challenging, but fun to go back, And listening to some of those early recordings, it's like we were a full-on prog rock band. It was. Have you heard it?
Of course I have.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Did you play Wasted?
Yeah.
The whole time we were on
Wasted.
Hysteria tour, me and Frank used to always try to get these guys to play Wasted.
And they wouldn't.
And they wouldn't do it. Clark said, "Oh, I'm not doing that. That was when we were young. We're not wasted anymore."
Yeah, right.
Right. But, yeah, so you did play it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I wonder.
Fantastic.
Brian, what's your favorite Def Leppard album?
Probably Hysteria, because I lived it. You know what I mean? I was there. When they were recording, Rick, Phil, and Steve came down. We were playing in Amsterdam.
Oh, that's right. We came and we got on
Ian
stage with them in the Paradiso.
us, and we shared the same management, and there's a lot of parallels between all of us. We come from small towns. There's 5 of us, 5 of them, similar age, similar kind of music. Hysteria, probably. I mean, I'm a fan. I met Rick. The funny thing is Rick came to Sacramento to play. It was on High and Dry, and me and Frank went to the show, and we had a group called City Kid before Tesla, and we went to see Def Leppard play open for Blackfoot.
I saw that in New York.
I met Rick out back on the bus, right? Said, "Hey man, I had some smoke, right?" And we smoked this weed together, right? And Rick was a really lovely guy. He said, "If you want to come tomorrow to Oakland, come down." I said, "Okay," right? 4 years later, or 5, whatever it was, Tesla's opening up for Def Leppard
How cool
in
is
the
that?
round.
How cool
right?
is that?
And so I was a fan from day one. I'm still a fan.
And were you still smoking weed 5 years later with them?
No.
or you doing shrooms?
No. Well, we were in Amsterdam, and we went out for an evening, and we were drinking mushroom tea.
Yeah, like you do.
And we had a very colorful evening.
Yes.
Rick
you did.
got on a motorbike and almost got beat up, and Troy was crying, and Jeff was telling him it's okay. And I was tripping out on those things in Amsterdam. They had these machines with food in them. Like, I couldn't.
Vending machine?
I
they're like
couldn't wrap
vending
my head
machines.
around it, and it was it was many things. We've been together in one way or another for close to 35 years.
That's
Our
crazy.
paths have crossed.
That's great.
And we'll continue to cross.
Yeah.
Rick, what's your favorite Def Leppard album?
I think because of the recording of it and just the moment in time, I think Slang.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Slang. Hysteria as a work, I think I have to love Hysteria because it's the one record that's given Def Leppard the freedom to be where we are today. But I think as a kind of a one-off, I think Slang was one of those. It was just a creeper, and you have to understand at the time, it was all about the whole Seattle scene.
Right.
So I think it was a great opportunity for us to just get back to basics.
Well, that's a really interesting answer because that's kind of the Def Leppard record that is really very much under the radar in the sense that it was not commercially successful. It was a departure in sound. I think it was Vivian's first record, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
And Work It Out, I remember, I think was the first single, which Vivian wrote.
Yes.
But I remember loving that record, and I remember hearing it and thinking it was really, really cool. And it's interesting as someone who's part of the creation of it for you to feel that way because even though it didn't connect commercially because of the times, you stand behind it as a record you really love.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was everything that was going on at the time. The whole Seattle scene reminded me of growing up in England and when the whole punk thing hit. The whole Carnaby Street thing hit. It was like these really to the point songs. No frills.
You tracked that pretty much live too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I love that record as well.
We rented a house.
They played
in Southern. Yeah, it was great.
Didn't layer,
Yeah,
played
it was
it
cool.
once, like
Yeah.
old school. I
Yeah,
remember.
we rented this house in southern Spain and just I was set up in the living room and it ended up sounding great. I really enjoyed just the how vibrant, how exciting it was.
I like Slang a lot. And it's funny because Karabi was on here earlier and we were talking about the record he made with Motley Crue, which came out around the same time,
Yeah.
actually, mid-90s.
Yeah.
And the same exact thing has happened with that record, where that was a maligned record. It was not commercially successful. There were no hits on it. And if you flash forward now, whatever it is, 25, 26 years since that record was made, there are tons of people that talk about the record that Karabi made with Motley, and they love it.
Yeah.
So time has a really interesting way of changing.
We just broke up at
Perce-
that time.
Well, you did. Yeah, well, you did.
We said
actually.
we're out of here.
You did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla did. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did check out.
We said we're out of here. But
you did. You still
Blood
did
Runs
music.
Cold. I love that song
Yeah.
on that album.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
But Bri, you guys checked out, but you guys still did stuff. You did Soul Motor.
Yeah, and
Jeff and Tommy
Bar 7.
did Bar 7.
Frank
so
did Moondog Man.
yeah, so you were still doing
Troy
music.
roofed. Yeah.
did he really?
Yeah, he was
Yeah?
a roofer. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
do
you-
whatever you have to do.
Yeah,
To feed
absolutely.
your family, you know.
No, and you know what? It's true. I wanted to mention that. You know, during COVID, the whole painting thing is the thing that actually kept me sane.
Yeah.
You know?
The book for me kept me sane
Yeah.
because I got really depressed.
Yeah, I got
After
super depressed.
for like 9 months, I ballooned up. I didn't shave. I didn't cut my hair. I didn't dye my hair. And one day I just woke up and went, "Get it together, boy." And then I finished the book off, and it was kind of therapeutic for
Yep.
me. And then it's like you start to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, right? And you go, "Okay, we'll play." I thought we'd never play again. I thought it was the end of the world.
Yeah,
Truthfully,
it's
I thought,
crazy.
"Oh,
Rick,
fuck
did
it."
you paint a lot during COVID? Did you create a lot of paintings?
I did, and like I said, it was very therapeutic. It kind of just kept me sane, and it became sort of a family thing. You know, myself, my wife, my youngest, we'd all get in there and paint together. So it was, you know, it was, or it is. It's become something really important in my life. It's really cool.
Speaking of your wife, she started a music career not too long ago, right?
Well, she's been
been doing it
playing
for a while?
Yeah, she's been
Great
playing since she
singer.
was about 4 or 5.
But I know there was a record that came out not too long ago, a year or two ago, right?
Under the Wolf Moon. That was really cool. Actually, I'm going to be playing a few shows with her. I'll be City Winery in DC. I
Okay.
think 21st of March.
Okay.
And then if people go to Lauren Monroe Live, go check out the link tree. It'll tell you everything that we're up to together.
We talked about favorite Def Leppard records. To close this out, on my end, mine is unquestionably High and Dry.
Cool.
I love that record, top to bottom. It's still my go-to Def Leppard record. And I saw you guys also open for Blackfoot in New York City at the Palladium.
Kicked
I was
their
at that
ass.
show.
Did we do High and Dry in its entirety, basically?
I don't recall. No, there was stuff from the
Not
first
on that
record.
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
You
was.
did that one tour I saw you.
Yeah, where we did all
Yeah,
side one.
Yeah. Me and Frank and Monique.
But
did
side
second.
side one of High and Dry is like the perfect rock record.
But
right
side
there.
two's just as good to
No,
me.
I know,
Oh my
I
god.
know.
That's the
it's-
first
it's
Mutt
crazy.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first Mutt record, and it's just still a monster record.
Is there a bad one? Come on, seriously.
Let me think.
You better watch your. You better watch your answer.
I know. We've got to be
Him
careful.
create
here.
a bad record? That would be like saying Brian Wheat made a bad record, for God's sake.
Don't.
Come
I
on
did.
now.
We did.
What Tesla record is bad in your opinion?
Do you want to put me on the spot?
Well, you just brought it up. You're the one who brought it up.
I'm not a big fan of, and if you ask the guys in the band, we'll all agree that probably Psychotic Supper we feel was our best record. I didn't like Simplicity. Frank didn't like Shock. I thought Shock was great, the one that Phil did.
Uh-huh.
So that's the thing about being in a band. I think